Und ich verstehe jetzt sogar auch, dass Melos und Silva ebenfalls Opfer des Urmeers wurden. Tja, ihre einzigen Vertrauten, die noch übrig geblieben sind, sind also jetzt auch weg. Zuerst ihr Vater und jetzt auch noch Melos und Silva. Das ist nun wirklich ziemlich schrecklich. Aber trotzdem frage ich mich aktuell, was... Von wo? War denn, er sagt, die Stelle aus dem Trailer mit Navia? Oder kommt die Stelle, er sagt, vielleicht doch irgendwo anders später? Weil das kann dann jetzt, er sagt, ja nicht in Poisson stattfinden.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
Du musst es nicht mehr zurückhalten.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver. They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
Tja, das kann man sich jetzt denken. Während des Vorfalls mit dem Urmeer sind sie mit dem Wasser in Berührung gekommen. Vielleicht sogar auch dabei, den Bewohnern der Stadt zu helfen. Haben sie ihr Leben gegeben. Wobei ich mir eigentlich an der Stelle noch nicht so ganz sicher sein kann, ob das Wasser des Urmeers nicht vielleicht eine Art Speicherfunktion besitzt.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still, I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just gone. I just can't.
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
How could Master ever be upset with you, demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel better. But, well, she understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
Ja, wir sind für dich da.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Jolienne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
Niemand hätte Opfer bringen müssen.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
Ich hätte jetzt gesagt, nicht damit gerechnet, dass wir jetzt so schnell alle Kino wiedersehen würden. Aber es war im Nachhinein irgendwie auch zu vermuten, dass wir sie jetzt, schon wiedersehen werden. Sie hat ja, ja auch die Ereignisse mitgekriegt. Das Beben, dann, sicherlich durch ihre Spione, sicherlich, auch davon mitgekriegt, dass das Wasser des Urmeers ausgetreten war. Und ich gehe ja sowieso davon aus, dass sie die Hauptanklägerin Furinas sein wird im kommenden Prozess.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request. All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There is no need to worry.
Thank you very much.
Wait, do you two know each other?
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter, but that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the Knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers have been observing water levels and taking head counts in various locations. I hear that they've also prepared a large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster. Lending your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
Without your help, there would have been many more casualties. I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to walk with you for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
Die Zeit für eine Zusammenarbeit ist also gekommen?
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways. Judging by the dating of the ruins, they may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck. And at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Bist du dir sicher, dass es in Ordnung ist?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house. I'm sure you already understand how earnest they consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
Und jetzt verstehe ich, er sagt natürlich auch, wie es, er sagt, zu dieser einen Szene mit Navia kommen wird. Sie wird uns sicherlich, er sagt, begleiten bei der Erkundung dieser Ruinen hier in der Nähe. Und dabei kommt es dann, er sagt, zu einem weiteren Vorfall mit dem Wasser des Urmeeres. Und ja, daraufhin kommt dann erstmal der kommende Gerichtsprozess in die Gänge.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right? We can handle that.
Excuse me, but may I tag along?
You wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navia ist starkherzig, aber sie braucht jetzt Gesellschaft. Wir können diese Gesellschaft sein, wenn sie mit uns die Ruinen erkundet.
Since you put it that way, I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
Wir werden die Ruinen gemeinsam erkunden.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Tja, brechen wir auf zu den Ruinen in der Nähe von Poisson. Aber wo genau sind die jetzt hier? Und haben wir ein Oh, wir haben... Obwohl, theoretisch haben wir einen Teleporter wirklich. Ist aber leider, er sagt, nicht nah genug dran. Und mit hoher Wahrscheinlichkeit ist dieser Ruineneingang sowieso mal wieder kein richtiger Ruin... Obwohl, das sieht mir doch, er sagt jetzt hier doch verdammt richtig aus. Ja, und nebenbei gesagt, habe ich ja gesagt, dieses Gebiet hier von Fontaine wirklich, er sagt, nicht gerade sehr viel unter die Lupe genommen. Naja, und generell gibt es hier sowieso nicht sehr viel unter die Lupe zu nehmen. Aber es ist, sagt, ein Ruineingang, wie wir es schon erwartet hatten.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Das sollten wir eher mal dir sagen. Tja, der verborgene Ort. Den Informationen der Fatui zufolge verbergen sich hier vielleicht unbekannte Hinweise. Ist zwar eigentlich nett zu sagen, Truppenstufe 90 ist erforderlich, aber wir wissen ja doch alle, dass das, sagt beim besten Willen bei einer Hauptstory nicht gerade so von Relevanz ist. Relevanz. Tja, und wenn doch, dann würde mich das jetzt, sagt, doch ziemlich wundern.
Order guide you. Risk is growing, but it poses no threat.
Judgment! Lights out.
Settle down.
Okay, was zum Henker ist denn jetzt auf einmal da oben mit der Verbindung eben los gewesen?
Time for retribution.
You can't run!
Gather. I will have order. Let the mighty be humble.
Judgment! Shiver!
Silence. Solidify. Settle down.
Tja, so funktioniert das Ganze doch ziemlich gut.
You can't run!
Be sanctified.
Okay, der weitere Weg wurde jetzt freigeschaltet. Ja, das ist mir jetzt auch aufgefallen. Konnte noch im richtigen Moment meinen Windgleiter aktivieren. Der Windgleiter ist übrigens auch ein Easter Egg in Honkai Star Rail. Wollte ich jetzt bloß mal erwähnt haben. Der Part, wo mir das allerdings auffällt, ist allerdings noch nicht online. Das dauert noch ein bisschen.
This place has also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Navia, du solltest dich von diesem Ort fernhalten.
Right! You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get by my wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
Doch dem Gelände hier nach zu urteilen, gibt es vielleicht keinen Weg zurück.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So, staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Wir haben wohl keine andere Wahl.
All right. Come with us for now then, but please be careful.
Gut, dann müssen wir jetzt weiter voranschreiten.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
An der Stelle möchte ich es lieber nicht ausprobieren, ins Wasser zu fallen. Aber auch wenn das eine alte Ruine ist, frisches Gemüse gibt es überall. Wow. Das nenne ich mal eine interessante Ruine. Vielleicht ist es noch ein Überbleibsel der alten Zivilisation der Remuria. Ah, wieder, sag mal, so ein Augenblick, wo ich kein Foto machen kann.
There's something wrong with this bridge.
Und jetzt die Szene aus dem Trailer.
Navia!
Time to say goodbye. Oder es kommt jetzt noch unerwartete Hilfe. Aber ich glaube das jetzt irgendwie nicht. Bedauerlicherweise glaube ich jetzt nicht, dass Navia das überlebt hat, oder?